Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the F3 Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show. I'm your host, Chad Klein. Tonight, Bradley begins the Missouri Valley Conference season. Bradley will begin their march to the Arch at 7-4 Indiana State inside the Holman Center in Terre Haute, Indiana at 6 o'clock. When we come back, I continue my conversation with athletic trainer Tyler Krogh and strength coach Eddie Pappas. This conversation will focus on Bradley's athletic trainer, his staff, injury reporting, and a day in the life of an athletic trainer. All next on the F3 Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD. We're back on the F3 Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD. I'm talking to Eddie Pappas, and now I'm talking to Tyler Krogh.
It's about time Eddie shuts up.
He is the athletic trainer at Bradley University. He's been here for roughly, 5 years, did you say?
Yep, it's fifth season, yes.
And where did you come from?
I was at the University of Dubuque for 2 years prior to here.
And where did you graduate from?
I graduated from the University of Northern Iowa.
Okay.
With
How
my
unfortunate
bachelor's.
for you.
I know. I got my athletic training degree from there, and then was at Nebraska Kearney for 2 years, where I got my master's, worked as a grad assistant.
Okay. And when did you start the athletic training? Was it immediate after your...
As soon as I graduated from UNI, I was certified, worked as a certified athletic trainer at Kearney.
UNI?
At Kearney.
At Kearney, okay.
While getting my master's degree.
Okay.
So I worked football, women's basketball out there.
I was just about to ask, what
when
sports?
you were working football,
Yes.
did you ever get to work with like an NFL player and not know it?
Yes. There was
Really?
Yeah. So
He was on my fantasy
he
team.
was on Eddie's fantasy team. Ended up winning him some fantasy points. They're talking about he's going off, and this guy, I don't know if you heard the guy Tom Brady,
Oh.
but
Okay.
he decided to go play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we're sitting at a bar one night and keeps handing off this guy. All of a sudden, they do a special on him, like, he was at Nebraska Kearney from 2017, 2018. And I look over at Eddie, and I'm like, I was at Nebraska Kearney from 2017, 2018. Apparently, I was with this guy.
What sports do you cover at Bradley University?
Yes. I cover just specifically men's basketball.
That's it?
That is it. And then I oversee the staff. We have a staff of 6
Okay.
who helps me out with all of our
So
other
you
sports.
actually have more important role than what Eddie does in the strength and conditioning role. You actually have more people to
I have more people.
to deal with.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, we have a staff of 6. So I got Catherine. She works volleyball, tennis.
Okay.
I got Delaney, who works women's basketball. I've got Paige, who works cross-country track and field, which is a very large roster, so she just specifically with them.
Okay.
Taylor works baseball. I got Jacob, who works men's golf and softball. And then my right-hand man and our head athletic trainer, Mark Colston, he covers women's golf, men's soccer, and then he handles our insurance. So that's a big help. I don't think...
He handles your insurance.
Yes. So...
Insurance for the department.
Yes. So
Okay,
we
gotcha.
deal with...
For the athletes.
for the athletes.
Gotcha.
For the
Okay.
athletes.
So we deal with all the medical stuff, right? So anytime an athlete gets hurt, we got to go to the doctor.
Interesting.
That includes medical costs.
So in other words, if I'm a student athlete at Bradley University, I'm not you're still under your parents' policy, health insurance-wise.
Yes.
Is it separate?
So the way it
thing-
works, yep. So we require all of our student athletes to have primary health insurance.
Okay.
Yes, 99% of them fall under their parents.
Sure.
The other categories are internationals, so we have a policy that they have to purchase for that. Mm-hmm. Or those that are not under their parents anymore, they have to purchase their own primary insurance.
Okay.
And then we, as a university, purchase a secondary insurance policy.
Okay.
So say you're playing basketball, you tweak an ankle, and we need to go get an x-ray.
Sure.
It goes through your primary insurance first, and then our secondary absorbs that. So what Mark does is a huge help. He tracks all of that, makes sure the bills are paid on time, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yes. It's a very timely process.
I would have never thought about that. Oof. Okay.
It's a process.
So what does a day in the life of Tyler Krogh look like as athletic trainer for Bradley? Your head athletic trainer, basically.
Well, yeah.
Or director of whatever the
I
whatever.
hate titles, but yeah. So I oversee the the program, and then Mark's our second kind of lead. He's my right-hand man.
Okay.
And then everyone else. Day in the life, I guess just...
like when I was talking to Eddie about strength and conditioning, it was like a board and you're trying to work and coordinate. Is it similar for athletic training?
Similar, but we're more independent. So I kind of let our staff's in and out. So, because they have to be at practices, they have to be at weightlifting. So we have a lot of sports that practice off campus.
Okay.
So say soccer, for example. They might practice 5 to 7 p.m. out at Louisville Slugger here in the middle of January.
Sure.
So I'm not having Mark come in at 8 a.m.
Right.
He's taking all afternoon, so I'm in the training room kind of working on computer stuff while he's taking an afternoon off, or mid-morning off. So life and me is kind of just in the office in the morning doing computer work. I specifically work with basketball, so guys will trickle in between classes, treatments, rehabs, all that kind of stuff.
On the F-Dream Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD. This is the F-Dream Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD. I'm talking to Tyler Krogh, head athletic trainer of Bradley University. How does an injury get reported to you? I mean, obviously you mentioned that most injuries happen at practices. Is there a trainer at every practice?
Yes, I am at every practice, every weightlifting session, every.
And that goes for every sport is covered that way.
Most. Like our cross countries, they go out and run on trails for miles. So there's people.
You mean they're not biking along with?
They're not. No. Yeah. Should be a requirement, though. I might tell my staff.
Yeah, you did say they were hard working.
I did say they were hard. Yeah, you know what? They need to work harder, don't they?
Maybe that's their punishment when they don't do their work.
Yeah.
Is there a process when an injury, say, happens away from campus or happens while they're at home, a student athlete?
Yes.
What is the process for reporting?
They are supposed to report to their main sports athletic trainer, so men's basketball, for example. They report it to me right away. Text, phone call, you name it. And then we go from there. When they get back on campus, I evaluate. If it's something I think needs to be elevated to our team doc, I let him know. I schedule that appointment, and we go from there.
Yeah.
Most injuries for men's basketball happen while I'm sitting there.
Sure.
So I typically see most things that happen. Today's a post-game day, right? So today's an off-day recovery day. Guys come in today, a couple tweaks here and there. They report that to me. I evaluate it, and then, like I said, move it on up if it needs to go see a doc or whatever.
So as head athletic trainer, do you hear about every sport injury from every injury from every different sport?
Yes. So our staff,
coordinate from there.
We send out. We have a policy that we send out injury reports. So for every sport, at least once a week.
Okay.
And then my staff does report to me on higher, risk injuries. They report to me. They come, kind of give me a report. Hey, this is what I think's going on. Doc's looking at them on X date. If we have imaging, this is what the results were. So, yes, I get updated on every single athlete. Is
it an environment similar to a doctor's office or a hospital where you guys coordinate and talk to each other or discuss what the treatment should be?
For the most part, I kind of let each athletic trainer handle different scenarios on their own. So every athletic trainer has a different philosophy.
Okay. So not the same philosophy.
Not the same philosophy, and which is good. You don't want to have a whole department single on one philosophy. For example, I'm more movement based. So when an injury happens, I like to get up and move it right away.
Okay.
Whereas some of my staff members are more soft tissue based, and they want to do more hands-on treatment.
Okay.
Those kind of you can combine those into a really good treatment plan. You don't want to have a staff of 7 athletic trainers that are strictly movement based. You want to be able to see the whole scope of the injury, whole scope of the rehab plan, and kind of pick parts from that.
So basically what you're saying is the strength of the athletic training program is the ability to have different ways of treating.
1,000%, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So much like strength and conditioning, you have different people that have different philosophies, but they can be coordinated.
Absolutely.
To work together.
Yep. And then, my staff bounces ideas off me. I bounce ideas off them, too. So we work in a collaboration, and there's no shame in that.
It's easy to talk about the actual injury itself. I assume there's preventative stuff that you do to prevent injuries, much like strength and conditioning has preventative. Are there things that you can do that help prevent?
Absolutely, and we work hand in hand with them. So they implement a bunch of injury prevention exercises into their programs already. And then as far as like treatment-wise, we utilize the Normatecs, the Game Readies, which are the ice.
So what's a Normatex?
Yeah, Normatec is kind of the flushing massage, kind of poofy pants is the.
So I've seen this in the training room where
Yes.
basically athletes are sitting in a lounge chair with these giant pants, and it's basically like a giant icing mechanism.
Yep. Well, these are not icing.
Is it just cold water?
This is just a flushing massage, trying to get all that lactic acid out of those legs to keep your legs fresh. The icing is the Game Ready unit, so it's compression with ice water.
Okay.
Yep. So that helps with swelling, pain control, all that. And then we utilize electric stem for muscle control. And then, in bid for the Braves last year, we were the beneficiary of the Fun and Need, which is amazing. We were able to purchase a Class 4 laser, which...
Lasers?
Yeah, laser. Like Austin Powers laser.
Like Star Wars?
Yeah, exactly. So...
But you're talking low voltage stuff.
Yes.
How does it work?
Layman's terms, it's this machine that you type in what you want it to do. A red beam comes out, and it warms up the tissue, warms up the blood cells, and helps promote healing to the
So is it
area.
surface level, or is it more deep tissue type of stuff?
It can get deep.
Or both?
It's both. It can get deep. I'll be honest with you. If I just hold the laser in one spot, now they've made smart technology so it buzzes and it'll turn
So
off.
if someone ticks you off, you can burn them.
Oh, I could burn through your arm. Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It
can
could
get
be
hot.
that intense.
Yes. Sales rep once, I had it when I was in a Kearney, and I didn't believe it either. I thought it was total BS. And he took, you know how you buy sunglasses and you get the case with it?
Uh-huh.
He took the laser, just pointed it on the case, held it, same spot, maybe 12 seconds, burned a hole straight through the case.
Wow.
I was amazed.
Unbelievable.
So it does get warm.
We're talking to Tyler Krogh, head athletic trainer at Bradley University, on the Upstream Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD. This is the Upstream Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3. I'm talking to Tyler Krogh, head athletic trainer at Bradley University. Tyler, talk to me about what a day in the life of an athletic trainer looks like.
Oh, boy, Chad, that's a loaded question. It changes on the daily, second. I can't even tell you. It's what, 427? I don't know. 428's going to bring. It's such a unique job because every day is something different.
Really?
And that's what makes it kind of fun.
So there's obviously some structure.
Some structure, but you never know. You can never predict when someone's going to wake up sick, someone hurt, staff member sick and needs to miss, and now all of a sudden, instead of working on notes and getting caught up on computer work, you're up, covering a women's basketball practice. You never know. It's just it changes on the daily.
How hard is it to? So obviously, everything we've talked about so far is kind of in the controlled environment of Bradley University.
Yes.
You basically take a traveling kit with you on the road.
Yes.
And it has to have everything in it that could possibly come off.
Yeah.
How do you even begin to prepare?
It's just based off experience. Things that have come up, things that you use mostly. You don't ever have everything. There's always a scenario that you're just going to look in the kit and go, I don't have that. I'll give you one. We had an athlete have an injury to their upper arm and need some stitches.
Okay.
And we needed a shooting sleeve to cover those stitches so that they could play in the game.
Okay.
Well, the NCAA has rules on what colors those can be.
Have to match your uniform.
Match your uniform.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, we were going to wear white. I didn't have white. I had red, though.
Okay.
So then I had to discuss with the officials, who then wanted me to contact the Valley office. And I go, guys, I'm on the road. I don't have this. It's a one-time deal. So you have to go talk to the officials, get approval for that uniform change.
What happens if you don't? Is that a technical
You
foul?
can get a technical foul.
Interesting.
Do you think Coach Wardle would enjoy me getting a technical foul for the team to start the game off? How would that go?
Tyler!
Yeah, I don't know.
Why didn't you go to the store and find one?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going well. So
Blame Coach Black for not having the apparel right.
yes, that's for sure. So yeah, scenarios like that you just can't plan for. Yeah.
What happens on the road if a doctor is needed?
So typically, the host team provides a doctor.
Okay.
With that being said, we go to MTEs or we go to tournaments that there isn't really a host team.
Sure.
There, Chris, you're going to the ER, you're Googling, you're finding an urgent care. That happened to us actually a couple road trips ago. We were in a large city, needed a doctor for something. So I got on Google Maps, MapQuest. I'm starting to show my age if I just use MapQuest.
MapQuest. Does that even exist anymore?
This isn't good. I'm not even that old. My dad, Frank, would be proud I used MapQuest. But no, find an
Are you on
urgent care.
MySpace too?
Yes, I am. Oh, but where were we even talking about?
Doctors.
I had to find an Uber.
Yes.
So we went to this urgent care. And we get there, and we start to check in, and they were short-staffed and couldn't help us. They were at their patient load for the day.
Oh, wow.
So they sent us to this other urgent care. Well, that urgent care happened to be county-owned and only accepted a certain insurance.
Uh-huh.
Well, we were out of state, so clearly didn't have that insurance.
Okay.
They were connected, however, to a hospital. Like, we'll go to the ER. Yeah, you're not going to want to use our ER. We're actually a level 4 trauma center, and you won't be seen you might not be seen until tomorrow with what you got going on.
Okay.
So we Ubered to a third ER, sat there for 3 hours, finally got helped, and got back to our hotel.
So, in other words, on the road can be a challenge.
On the road can be, yeah, absolutely. I'm not even throwing in the fact that sometimes we go international.
Okay.
We won't even go there.
I don't think insurance goes overseas, right?
No.
Does the secondary, we talked about insurance, secondary falls into that.
Yes.
Insurance, okay. So it's not just doctors that are needed. Sometimes athletes need rehab. How do you find, or are there ways that you go through rehab with athletes on the road?
Absolutely. So there's two parts of rehab, what I consider. There's the exercise rehab, and then there's the modality rehab. Modality is the feel good. Are we working swelling out, get range of motion back? Exercise is we're starting to move into that return to sport area. That's where my counterpart over here is sitting here. We work together on that. Okay. So we have to coordinate kind of what we could get the athletes. First off, what's the hotel got?
Okay.
For a workout
So we're
facility.
just talking like the workout facility area?
What kind of equipment are we working with?
Okay.
And
what do we take? What does the hotel look like?
Yes.
What's the options we have? Where are we at in our rehab?
So are hotels ever picked based upon like workout environment?
No.
You're just kind of dealt a hand. You have to. You play what you got.
Yeah.
You play what you got.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's big if we can get a good hotel.
Sure.
Yes.
Or a good fitness center hotel, or we're close to the
arena.
Close to the arena.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. We had one athlete, I believe, we rushed to a practice gym to get a workout in because it was necessary for return to play protocol to make him eligible for a game.
For the game. Yes, we've done that before.
So let's talk about that when we come back on the Uftreen Auto Group pregame show on 1470 100.3 WMBD. It's the Uftreen Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD, and this is By the Numbers. Bradley has faced two opponents since our last show. First, they played the Northern Illinois Huskies. Northern Illinois came into Carver Arena 3-5. They played mainly a one-on-one style of offense and took a lot of wild and contested shots. Now, it did take Bradley a few minutes to adjust to the dribble-heavy offense, and Northern Illinois would jump out to the early lead 9-5 at the first media timeout. However, from that point on, Bradley took over, going on a 21-4 run over the next 8 minutes, giving them a 26-13 lead at the 8:43 mark of the first half. This run was led by Alex Hubricks, who would knock down a couple threes, scoring 10 of his 16 points in the first half. Now, the one area that Bradley struggled was rebounding. Northern Illinois' best offense seemed to be to get a shot up on the backboard and go attack the offensive glass. To the Huskies' credit, it worked to a degree in the first half as they would get the lead down to 6, 26-20 with 5:49 to play. But that was as close as Northern Illinois would get. While Northern Illinois did get 13 offensive rebounds, resulting in 12 second-chance points, Bradley's defense was locked down, only allowing the Huskies to shoot 27% for the half and force 7 turnovers, resulting in 11 Bradley points. On the other hand, Bradley would shoot 48% from the field and 38% from 3 in the first half. Bradley would go into the halftime up 39-26. Now, the second half would start sluggish. At the first media timeout, Northern Illinois had no points and 4 turnovers. Bradley would have 3 turnovers and score the only 3 points of the segment on a Jonovic hook shot and a 1-point split free throws by Jaquan Johnson. Now, after the timeout, Bradley's defense continued to cause problems for Northern Illinois. Bradley would cut down those penetration lanes and created more turnovers. Bradley would turn over Northern Illinois 18 times, with Jaquan Johnson and A.J. Smith having 2 steals apiece. Johnson found success getting into the lane and getting fouled, scoring 13 of his game-high 21 points in the second half. Alex Hubricks added 16, knocking down 4 of 7 from 3, and led Bradley in rebounding with 8 rebounds. A.J. Smith was the third Brave in double figures with 10. Bradley would shoot 51% from the field, 38% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line, getting there 19 times. Bradley was able to empty the bench, and everyone got to play. Bradley would win easily, 84-55, going to 6-4. Then, on to a chilly Sunday. After finals, Bradley went up against Division III opponent North Central College. The game was played at Renaissance Coliseum to shake off the rust after finals and give Bradley a tune-up game before the start of the conference season. The Braves would force 26 turnovers and shoot 46% from the field. Bradley had 4 players in double figures, led by Jaquan Johnson with 19 points. And as expected, Bradley dominated North Central, winning 86-53, going to 7-4 to finish the non-conference schedule. Now, Bradley goes on the road to Terre Haute, where they face the 7-4 Indiana State Sycamores in both teams' conference opener. Bradley comes in on a 4-game win streak, while the Sycamores have won 3 in a row on their own against Eureka College, Southern Indiana, and a good win at Milwaukee. They are led on the perimeter by 3-point threat Camp Wagner, number 8, a 6'6 junior guard that averages 12.5 points and 5 rebounds per game, and Ian Scott, number 23, a 6'7", 220-pound grad student on the inside who is an efficient scorer who averages 12 points and 7.4 rebounds per game while shooting 68% from the field. The keys to this game will be having good help side defense on dribble drives to create turnovers, which Bradley's been very good at, and not allow the Sycamores into the lane where they like to attack and get to the free throw line where they shoot 74% as a team. Offensively, Bradley just needs to continue to create transition offense from steals, move the ball in half court, and continue to improve their shot selection. Up next, Dave Snell has Braves insight before tonight's matchup against the Indiana State Sycamores in the MVC Conference Opener. This is the F3 Auto Group Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.